check that our next DM is ready to go. Yes, they are. So, Akash, if you want to go ahead and turn on your camera and turn on your microphone, fingers crossed it will work this time because I know he's super handsome. There he is. Hey, check that out. Akash, it's great to see you, man. Why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself and where in New Zealand you're from, and then I'll hand over to you.
Cool. My name is Akash. I'm based in Wellington, and yeah, that is who I am and where I'm from.
I really look forward to seeing. I know what Akash has planned, so I really look forward to seeing your DM slot. Group 4, good luck. Akash, have fun, you guys. And like these hours are going to be really tough because it's nighttime. Do your guys' best to get us a lot more donations. Push that hype. I love what you guys are doing. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you in 90 minutes.
Goodbye, Penny.
Donate. Bring that money for a good cause.
Money.
Have that hype.
Hi all, how are you doing today?
Excellent.
Very good.
We're great.
Good. All right. I'm gonna put these characters in. All right. So should we get started? Everyone's
Yeah, let's do it.
Sweet.
Let's go.
As you all sort of sorry to be this. Where were you guys at?
We just
Probably falling out of a spaceship.
Yeah.
All right. As you all sort of fall out of a spaceship, sorry, previous DM, if I'm butchering your word, you feel this gush of air sort of push you from the side, and you're as if you're like stuck in a gust, and your images flash in front of your eyes. There is like a bright light in front of you, and in a fraction of a second, you feel like you're standing on top of what looks like a hangar. You are sort of in this, for better lack of words, in like a helicopter's like opening pod. You're about to take a dive, and you see sprawling ocean, dark blue color below you, and you're about like 100 feet above the sky, and the 5 of you see as you are being fitted with gear on top of you. There is like 5 people who are putting on suits and putting on vestiges on top of you. There is like a crest that is all over your on the chest that has like a head of a dragon. And there is a like a frail looking woman with like a glasses, and she comes out from what looks like the front of whatever this thing is, and she seems to be holding out this small notebook, and she turns to the 5 of you, and she goes, "All right, who's the caster here?"
That'd be me.
Cool. Read this, memorize this in 10 minutes. We are going to push you out in 10 minutes. You have to be ready.
What?
I was like, oh yeah, we get to jump. Fuck yeah, let's do it. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I opened the notebook. What's in the notebook?
In there, you find 3 ritual casting spells. You find Modern-Kind's Mansion. You find Rari's Telepathic Bond. And you find Water Breathing. 3 spells written in it for you to memorize. And decide which one you want to cast right now.
What was the first one again, sorry?
Modern-Kind's Magnificent Mansion. So it gives you like a plane to rest.
Okay. So, sorry, are we being fitted with like what look to be parachutes?
No.
Okay. That's fine. I'll memorize all those, and I guess I get a.
You can hold on to the book. You would have to cast something for now.
Okay, that's fine. No, I'll memorize them, but I'd like to before we jump out, I'd like to cast Feather Fall on all 5 of us.
Cool. All right. As you sort of spend your time casting Spellfall on the 5 of you, she sort of doesn't seem to comment on anything. And after the 10 minutes are gone, she goes up towards the edge of the hangar and she says, all right, jump in. 500 feet below in the water, you would see a cave. You would see a whirlpool. You would have to go into the whirlpool. I don't know how far that goes, but it'll take you 20, 30,000 feet underwater.
Oh,
Good luck. And people start pushing you out of the...
Car
flying.
just jumps like straight away. Like you don't even need to push him. He just like dives in and starts doing like flips as he like falls down towards the ocean.
Yeah,
And he yells out, "Parkour!"
As you sort of fall 100 feet, you look back and see the device you were flying on, and you can sort of see it looks like a blue dragon. But now that having been inside it, you realize it's a construct made in the shape of a blue dragon to camouflage people flying in it.
Did we just jump out his butt?
Maybe.
As we're falling, I'm going to be like, I feel like should we not be able to breathe under? And as I fall out.
The moment you say, do we jump out of its butt, I'm immediately smelling my armpits.
Cool. You have 100 feet fall. You have feather fall on, so you would have a bit more time. You would have close to 5 rounds. What are you guys doing?
I'm like just doing as many like backflips and somersaults as I can to like get those extra parkour points.
What I'll do is Daniil will kind of like scoot over towards you and give you guidance so that your flips look even cooler.
Oh, wonderful.
Nice.
Charo approves. He's like, yeah, fist bump, bro. And like, does the fist bump mid falling?
You can spend these 5 rounds explaining to Daniil what a fist bump is, if you would like.
What you do, man, is like you put your fist out and I put my fist out and we like bang.
And then we punch as hard as possible. Is that...
Yeah, why not? You know?
I'm just doing the biggest cannonball right beside them.
Great. As Daniil punches you, I have an ability called Blessed Strikes, which adds an extra 1d8 radiant damage to all of my attacks. So Daniil's fist bumps will explode with radiant light every time he does one.
Gotta make it explode, man.
Fair enough.
If it's you have to break a few eggs.
Is there anything we're aiming for in the water below?
No, you can sort of see the ocean is clear as far as sight, as far as you can see. You don't see any land masses or anything. You can see this part of the ocean. Like if you look from the bottom, if you look from an aerial view, whenever there is like a water body, you can sort of gauge the depth of it by how dark it looks. This one looks the darkest you have ever seen, and you probably can't gauge how much deep you're going in.
Were you saying there was also a whirlpool?
You inside the water, you would find like a whirlpool that takes you somewhere.
I'm going straight into a dive, even though we're feather falling. I'm trying to get down as fast as we can, but feather falling is starting to annoy me right now. Come on! Come on! Why am I going to say this to you guys?
As we are falling, I will take the opportunity to cast Death Ward on myself because I have absolutely zero faith in any of these people to keep me alive as we hit the water.
Quick point to remind, your breathing capability is your con modifier in minutes. So, for example,
Sorry, I was just going to say, as a counterpoint to that, I would like to cast water breathing, so...
Right.
Yes. So water breathing gives you 24 hours of being able to breathe in water. You would be able to swim around, and some form of communication would be possible underwater now.
Do I get gills a la Goblet of Fire?
Anyway.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, I was just saying, do I get gills, or do we all get gills like Goblet of Fire?
Maybe if you want to.
I do want
leave
to.
it up.
That's what I'm asking.
I would also like gills.
Is that
Fair
all?
enough.
I'm starting to squeeze my cheeks in as close as I can. I like, even though it's not going to help, just going.
Fair enough. Alright. Cool. You all sort of start plummeting into the water. It's quite freezing. It's somewhere close to like 1 degrees or 2 degrees. It's rather cold, but you can see the outfit you have been fitted with is much helping. It's quite like a scuba suit. Most cases you are doing fine. It's not causing you any harm. You all in essence have resistance to cold at this point.
Got it.
Nice.
So we've just been told to swim down, and that's all the instructions we were given before we were shoved out of this dragon.
Find a cave.
Well, whoever's place you took were given more instructions.
I see.
Swim
Yeah.
down, aim for the waterfall. the whirlpool. There should be a cave somewhere down there. We're aiming for that.
Hey, look, as long as we're having a good time, why do we need to know where we need to go? Just got to do some cool flips and stuff on the way.
Just not like going around in circles.
Cool.
All right, so this is whirlpool.
The amount of impact you have on the water is reduced by the featherfall, since you're falling a bit more slowly. As you sort of hit the water, you are slowly sort of sinking in, and you can sort of see around like 500 feet. You can sort of see the water swirling below you. Normally, if you had dived without the featherfall, you would have straight up hit it immediately, because the speed would have taken you down pretty quickly, but you would have to swim all that way.
Fair enough.
I did good job. Good job.
Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
Let's get the backflips in, so we're good. Let's go.
Yeah. After like an hour of swimming, exhausting yourself, not to a point of exhaustion, but exhausted enough mentally, you manage to sort of get close towards.
You're meant to feel the burn.
You get closer towards the whirlpool, and you can sort of see this one is a giant one. Its width on its own is like 500 feet, and it's sort of encompassing anything that is getting close by. You're like 30 feet away from the top of it. What are you all doing? Are you guys just going in? Are you discussing anything beforehand?
Just swim in. She'll be right. We can breathe.
It's reminding me of the dishwasher back at McDragon's. That told me anything. There's some good stuff down there.
Good stuff? What? How good stuff were we talking?
Trust me. And I'll just swim down.
Is dark, is cold, is confusing, is just like home. We'll swim down.
Cool. All right. I would need everyone to make a con save.
Con
Save.
save.
Brett.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Cool. I'm guessing Dawn is Shah?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry about this. As you sort of swim in towards the whirlpool, you can sort of see the drag of it is quite harsh. It's like you can breathe in water, that is helping you a lot, but like this, if you didn't have breathing, and if you didn't activate the water breathing beforehand, you would have suffocated to death. And before this point, you are sort of able to hold your breath, but you're sort of quite winded. Most of you managed to do fine. Dawn in a moment is like feeling a bit like jittery wherever they are headed to, and you can sort of see the as you sort of dive in, the whirlpool sort of starts spinning you around towards the bottom. It's spinning quite fast. Most people, most of you, manage to align yourself towards the direction it's dragging you, so it's not too disorienting. For Dawn, it's a bit more they fail to. Sorry, for Care, they fail to balance themselves out, and it sort of lobs them around towards the bottom, and you take 12 force damage.
How much?
12 force damage.
12? Okay.
Big off.
Yeah. But it's fine. It could happen to us.
As I see you get buffeted around by this whirlpool and lose a little bit of control, I will attempt to swim towards you and use my divine balm of peace to heal some of that back up. You restore 8 of those health points, and as I go past and you're flipping around, I will say, "Parkour."
Parkour.
That's good. That's a good thing. And you sort of whirl your way down, and feels like you're in this whirlpool for an hour. It's been spinning so long along. It feels like the height of this is massive, and you've just traveled such a long distance in a really short time. You feel quite a bit of vertigo, and at one point you feel thrusted out at the end of it and you find yourself in what seems like a green marking on this weird seabed that you find yourself falling in, and you don't see any of your friends together. You seem to be enclosed in this specific room. I'll switch to Roll20 because I can't see. I'm trying to pull the characters in, but I'm not able to.
So are we on the seabed right now?
Pretty much.
But we can't see each other. We're on separate ones.
Yes. It'll make more sense once I
Yeah.
they need to be. Come on.
Are there physical barriers keeping us from seeing the rest of our party? Or is it just because it's very dark?
It's physical barriers. You seem to be sort of stuck in this room.
Okay.
It's like a specific dungeon. I'll explain.
I send a mental message to them, being you guys all good?
Do we receive psychic messages? Is that a thing that we
They're
can...
within 1 mile, they should be able to receive it.
Yeah, you can message one person. Is it an ability?
I have psionic whispers. We're all mentally connected, so if they're within 1 mile, they can hear me.
Yeah, then everyone will be able to hear you.
Cool. I am in small, dark, cold room. It gets more and more like home the longer I am here.
As
long as you're comfortable.
This is perfection for him.
It's small, dark, cramped, and isolated. Kind of reminds me of training with the Kinkus, in all honesty.
I prefer more open rooftops, but as long as you guys are safe, I am happy.
So, saving you first, apparently. Gotcha.
Yep, I finally have everyone on here. Cool, I'll switch you all.
Let's do it.
Whoop, whoop.
Attention.
Apologies for the weirdness, guys. I'm
you're good.
Yeah. All right. Can you guys see the visual?
It is loading.
Yes.
Currently totally black for me.
Same.
Oh no!
You just
Here we go.
all the way to the
Just
bottom.
scroll down.
Yep. No, I can see.
You all
Yep.
have like different spots. You would
Oh.
only
Oh boy,
Oh no.
so much.
I see it.
Oh,
Guys, I see bones. I see skeletons.
all right.
Yep.
I'll describe what you all see. You all seem to be enclosed in what seems to be like these caverns or portals made like sort of gateways made with like places where you can just see, these stone made walls that are like made to sort of enclose areas that are like filled with really tall cliffs. The stone wall that you can see in front of you would be like 120 feet. And you feel like this sudden sense of gravity pressure that is pulling you towards the ground, as if like you aren't able to swim your way up. You're able to breathe. You're able to like swim along and sort of push yourself up for like 5-10 feet, but that is the maximum you're able to push yourself.
Would I be able to investigate some of the stonework to determine potentially who might have made this?
Sure. Investigate. Roll me investigation.
I would like to use guidance on this, if I'm able to.
Can you use it on yourself?
I can indeed. That's an
Gladly.
18.
Ooh. One moment. Nat. Oh. Yeah. You have a nat 20 that you can use for your attack rolls if you want.
I'm saving that for something special.
Fair enough. Now, there is a new one that came up for Care. For Dawn's character? Yeah.
Oh, for me?
Yep.
For Char.
Yes. You can hold on to that for your next attack.
Thank you.
nice.
Because it mentions attack roll. Yay, loophole. Yes. What did you roll for your investigation? Sorry.
18.
18? Cool. You can see this stonework seems to be made by like aquatic creatures. They seem to be like have this like dwarven make to them. There seems to be so many cultures mixed in it. There is like elven like patterns on it. There is dwarven like stonework. Sorry. There is like human architecture to it. There is literally like a melting of cultures, and it feels like this is made by someone this is made by people who just came together for some other cause, regardless of race or whatnot. It seems you can see like different buttons, like different like there is like a button that is on the door that seems to be like inscribed in some way, and it seems to be having like a push feature to it, but it's not working on the first touch.
So there's a great big button on the door, and as much as they push it, nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Interesting. I will psychically talk to the rest of the party and describe everything that I've found, and also ask if they have buttons of their own.
I look and see if I can find a button.
Buttons, where be the buttons?
Do we all got buttons?
Yeah, all of your rooms have buttons. You've had like, you can see like the rooms are filled with skeletons. There's a lot of the skeletons have like weed and moss on them, mostly decomposed, most of them. There doesn't seem to be any fresh ones in there. And you all commonly find a button. What is it? One character finds 2 buttons because they have 2 different walls. I don't know who's
Oh.
too big. It's hard for me to see the tokens. Yeah.
Whatever buttons I can find.
Yep.
The cleric finds 2 buttons.
I want to try pressing it all at once. That's the first thing they teach us in training. Do things together.
I have a question. On the floor of my room, there appears to be some kind of small green magic circle type thing.
That is where you landed.
Ah.
Mhm.
Yes, let us all push buttons together. First lesson of working in chain gang in the mine. Everybody sync up, work together. And I'll just... Are we all ready to push?
You all ready?
3, 2, 1, push.
Push!
Nothing happens.
Who's the one who has 2 buttons?
The cleric.
Okay.
Who?
Did you push?
The cleric.
Me?
Daniel? Yeah?
I have 2 buttons. Is there a difference
Yeah, you
between
have to... no, not really. The two walls look quite identical.
Neil, are they right next to each other?
Are they right next
No.
to each other?
So if you see on Roll20, if you go to where you are towards the end, you can see there is another stone wall, like a small corridor, and there is a button over there.
Oh.
If you click on my token and press Control and L, you will see exactly what I can see. Because I can only see a tiny little sliver, and I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think that's wrong. Who is Daniel Vosovich?
That is me.
Yeah. Wait, oh. Did your character move? Could you sort of press where you are? Like sort of signal where you'll be?
Yep. I'm putting up a little ping right now.
Yes, I am correct. So if you move towards the end,
Down here,
you see a stone?
I see a little bit of stone, yes.
Yes, that is another door. Sorry.
So there's a button down there and a button up here.
Yep.
Interesting. I think I might have a way of pressing both of these at once. Although it might be... I would like to... I've got a lot of skeletons on the floor, right?
Yeah. Everyone has like 10, 15 skeletons.
Oh
Great.
no!
I am going to spend a minute casting Animate Dead to bring a bunch of these back to life. How many spell slots have I got? Only one third level spell. I will bring a single skeleton back to life. I will name it Kevin 3, the Kevining. And I will say, Kevin, welcome to the workforce. I am your boss. I own you, your entire body, your entire soul. My magic animates you. I can destroy you anytime I would like. Your first job, intern Kevin 3, the Kevining, is to press that giant button on the count of 3. Is everybody ready? And I will go and stand by the lower button. I'll send Kevin 3 over to the higher button, and then we will do the countdown so that everybody can press all their buttons at once.
Okay.
Wait, are we doing it on one or after one?
I will count 3, 2, 1,
Push.
and on 1, that is when we push.
Okay.
Did you hear that, Kevin? 3, 2, 1, push!
Push.
You hear a clanking sound as none of your doors open, but something did open. You're not sure where.
Did anything happen?
I turn to Kevin. I say, Kevin,
Loud-
I am
loud-
disappointed.
It's loud enough for everyone to hear it. There's a huge cranking noise as if something opened up. It is just not the doors in front of you.
I'm gonna
Is
try
anything-
swimming up as high as I can. Like, can I swim up yet? Like further than I could before.
So you are able to, at the maximum, you are able to push yourself to like 20 feet, but there is like some sort of weird pressure that is acting and pulling you below.
Can I climb the rock wall, or does it just like I can only get 20 feet high and then there's like an invisible barrier kind of thing?
It's not an invisible barrier. There seems to be some sort of natural effect that seems to be keeping things below.
Gravity.
So I can fight gravity.
About
Can I try climb the wall?
Yeah, even when you climb the wall, what is happening is like after like 30 feet, you're seeing this like immense pressure in the water when you're getting past the 30 feet. The wall is like 120 feet, so you would have to climb way more, but it's sort of capping it at 30 feet somehow.
Alrighty.
I have a plan that will probably not work, but it'll be fun to try.
Those are the best bits. Let's hear it.
Seeing as we're a little bit trapped and Kevin 3 has performed extremely underwhelming, his annual review will be scathing. I am going to attempt to turn to my god for guidance here and use my divine intervention. I'm going to roll a D100, and if I get an 11... Wait, no, it's 11 o'clock. If I get a 12 or less, then I can basically ask my god for a wish. And then it's entirely up to the DM whether that happens or not, or how it happens. And I've put the description in the chat.
Do you want to roll for it?
I would love to. Daniil is going to get on his knees. He's going to pray. He's going to say, Ladoga, I have some excellent slaves to deliver into your hands with the glory of your empire. Please allow us to escape this prison so that I can lock them all up in the mines.
It's called slaves.
Yeah.
This is not psychic. This is just this is out loud. Here we go.
What did you
Where's
roll?
my shot?
77. That's fine.
66.
You hear your deity's voice ringing in your head, and there is this calming tone as you all feel this like surge of some sort of power as you all level up.
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy.
That's a good way to do it.
You hear the god sort of slowly. Is your god feminine or is it masculine? I don't know your god. Sorry.
Laduga.
Yeah.
He's the god of slavery. The channel divinity, the divine intervention did fail. However,
Oh, did it fail?
it did fail. I had to roll a 1 to 18. No, 1 to 12. Sorry.
1 to 12, yeah.
All right. Regardless, you hear this divine voice in your head, and it sort of whispers, deities can't involve themselves in another deity's wishes. However, I would leave you one advice. One person has to trust the rest.
Well, we're never getting out, quite frankly.
Do you share that with everyone?
It's alright, guys. I trust
share
you.
an edited version of that with everyone, as I will psychically share. First of all, I have new intern. His name is Kevin. He has underwhelming performance. Everybody should know no kindness towards Kevin until he performs better. Secondly, I got in touch with my god Laduga, and thanks to his divine influence, we all leveled up. You are welcome. It was entirely on me for that. Thirdly, I know the secret.
Hey, maybe it was Kevin that helped us level up. You don't know.
Oh, that's ridiculous. You have not met Kevin. It could not have been him. Finally, one of us...
Amazing. Do not diss Kevin.
Look, Kevin 1 and Kevin 2, amazing. Kevin 3, big letdown.
Oh, okay. So there's a new Kevin 3. Okay.
Yes. Kevin 3, the Kevining. Never mind, it's not important. I'm trying to tell you secret to escape. One of us needs to trust all of the others.
In what way?
Look, I can
Yeah, good
see
question.
into your guys' minds. If you need someone to trust, I will take that role for you. You're all big brain. I'm sure you can figure this out.
As in, everyone else pushed the button except one person?
It's worth a try.
My hands are free, do as you wish.
Okay,
Yep.
I'll turn to my skeleton and say, Kevin, do not mess it up this time. And I'll give everybody else the countdown for 3, 2, 1.
So
And
who's not pressing the button?
I won't push it.
Okay, I will then.
3,
It's like you
Two,
gotta bro
one.
touch it.
fist
bump
bump.
Everyone except Bernie Sanders, your door's open.
Huh.
What?
Is it-
I didn't actually think that would work. Good job, Kevin.
This is unfair. this is
Just
discrimination.
That's for Ernie.
Oh,
Interesting, it was Bernie Sanders and not me.
oh. Yeah, you can. Sorry. Yeah, you should be able to cross the walls now.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Hey, you're back.
Oh,
Hello.
Someone let me out.
hello there, Char.
Welcome.
So
You can sort of see this is a bit more like disheveled. You can sort of see tentacles flying around. You can.
Well, some of us
see
can.
more-
Calamari.
So are these tentacles living and moving and writhing?
No, they are quite wrinkled, withered.
Oh,
Seems to have
great
been
for that McFillet.
yeah.
hey, there's another one.
Hey guys, just checking in.
And
What's going on?
In
What can you
front of you, you can sort of see 4 buttons on the door.
This door here?
Yeah. You can sort of see the door. There was a mechanism that opened up, and you can, from the quick look, you can sort of see there was 2 parts to this door. One part is open. The second part has 4 buttons on the door.
I mean, I feel like we can
Press the
press these.
button.
Yeah, one person
Uh,
each, or do we want to have Kevin push one?
Well, actually, I was wrong about being out of level 3 spells. I'm actually out of level 4, so I can get Kevin 4 and Kevin 5, and they can all push these buttons instead.
That will work.
I would like to spend 2 minutes raising 2 more of these skeletons.
Yeah.
And there are 4 buttons, you said?
Yes, there are 4 buttons, and after a minute or so of you all making out of the walls, you can hear there is this excessive chanting that is going on the other side of this door.
I think Kevin's unionizing.
God, I hope not.
Yes, this is what we need. Unionize the Kevins.
There might be like a muffled yelling in the distance, but I will say I am glad Bernie Sanders is still in his cell.
I mean, what's he doing? He's against unionizing the slave trade.
That is what we need. Unionize the slave trade. Get them together. Rise up against your bosses and your masters.
Don't do that. The opposite of what he said, please. Do we know can we tell what kind of language this chanting is in?
The language. What languages do you know?
Basically, Undercommon and Dwarvish.
This is Undercommon.
Huh. Can I tell anything about what they're saying?
Tries the first of the chosen ones. They are chanting this continuously, and then there is a few more languages mixed into it. You can make out this one phrase from it more clearly. Sanders, you can hear this more vividly, more closely. You hear it in much more detail.
Okay, I speak Elvish. Do I hear anything that's in Elvish?
Yes, you hear this elvish sound that says, "Purge the world of impurities."
They are talking about unionizing.
So there are
These
four
are
buttons.
people.
There are 4 buttons on this main door that the rest of us are standing around.
Yes.
Okay. I would like Kevin 3, the Kevining, to press 1. Kevin 4, Return of the Kevin, to press another. And Kevin 5, Fast and Kevinus, to press the third one. And then I'll ask for a volunteer to press the fourth one because I'm already doing a lot, overseeing everything. And I
will push the fourth by shooting it.
And I will give the countdown so that they all press them at the exact same time again.
Cool. As you have the Kevins and to press the 3 buttons, and you time it rightly by the number for the fourth. Are you using a crossbow?
Yeah.
Yeah. As you sort of aim with your crossbow to take the perfect shot on the button, could you roll me an attack roll?
Okie dokie. Hallelujah.
Are you going to break the button?
Probably. I mean, if I do break the button, it's going to be funny as fudge.
So it's a 20 minus 3. That is
it would
20
just be
plus or minus 3. What is it?
I think it's the one on the left, so 12. I believe the minus 3 might come from the sharpshooter.
Yeah.
I can choose to minus, but for some reason it's minus 5, not minus 3.
Is it a +2 bow?
Yes.
Then it's minus 3.
No, that's fine. So are you using the crossbow effect, like the sharpshooter effect?
No, it's just 12.
Right.
12 hit.
Just 12? Oh, is it disadvantage or?
It's just a regular.
It's just the one on the left.
Yeah, one.
Oh, yeah.
You get advantage, so it's the one on the left.
All right, cool. 12 does manage to hit it, but you can sort of see the button is quite rigid. It just, as soon as your arrow touches it, the bones that are there catch on this like weird looking flame. It's a very unique visual, seeing like flame thriving underwater, and the flame and the flame seems to be like engulfing whatever seems to be like touching it, and it is burning in this white hot flame, and it's taking over the skeletons, and they burn to ash as they touch the ground.
Wow. I will say, no! Kevin 3, the Kevining, and Kevin 4, Return of the Kevin, Kevin 5, the Kevinus! You are all useless!
No, my crossbow bolt!
I also am sadder for your crossbow bolt than those Kevins. They did nothing for us.
I made those crossbow bolts when I was a kid. Those crossbow bolts have seen me throw so much, and they failed, and they disintegrated by being shot at a button.
Could I have a look around the rest of the chamber to see if there are any other potential buttons or routes of escape?
Why don't we just try
not
pressing
really.
these ones again?
Not
Did anything
really.
else happen besides the burning up everyone who touched the buttons?
No, not really. You can sort of see there is this glyph that is on the arch of the door, like of the big giant stone doorway, seems to glow. And it seems to be like sort of glowing in this like weird language. What languages does everyone else know?
Oh, how do you see this on these sheets?
It'll be under other proficiencies in languages at the bottom left.
I just
Oh,
speak
nice.
Kathleen in common.
I speak Abyssal, Common, Infernal, and Undercommon.
Cool. This one. Does anyone speak Primordial?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Dang it.
You can see there is this glyph glowing in a language that you can't understand. And you don't find any more buttons, but what you do find is you find quite a bit of the bodies on the skeletons lying around. Sorry.
Bless you. Double bless.
Thank you. The skeletons, you can sort of see, they seem to be burnt up. They were like, as if like there was flesh and the flesh got burned away and the skeleton remains. These are bodies that had like parts that burnt away.
Hallelujah, I could use my crossbow bolt. May they rest in peace.
Can I go up to it and just touch it myself, see if it affects me?
As you sort of touch it, roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Not what we thought.
Give me just a second. Wisdom saving throw right there. 6.
6. Cool. You see your mind taken over for a second as you're shown a visual of a man, a human, and this weird looking creature that seems to be from the ocean. You see this visual and they seem to be in love, holding each other's hand, as if like the man is reaching out within like to the water, and the sea creature is holding on to his hand, and they're looking at each other with love. And you suddenly see this whirlpool that takes over the whole water that she is in, and she's tossed into it, and you see the man in great grief standing and reaching out to the water, unable to do anything. You see this visual. That is all you see.
Well, they're definitely loving it. I'll repeat that back to everybody. The story about how there's the ocean lady and the man in love and whirlpool taking them away.
I go up and touch another one to see if I can see it as well.
Wisdom saving throw, please.
Does the door have a lock on it?
Oh, nice.
No, these buttons seems to be like runes more so. It's not like actual push button. It's more so like a point where you feel like it operates through this. There's like a mechanism that sort of works the whole door.
Okay.
It's not like kind of like push button. It's more so like there is like an indication for people to put their hand in there.
Yeah. So more by touch than force, necessarily.
Mm.
If I have learned anything, it's to always touch the thing.
You have a 17, or is it a 14?
17.
Yeah, it's showing me two different numbers. I don't know why.
Yeah, it always rolls that. So if it's normal, you just take the one on the left. If it's disadvantage, you take the lower one. If it's advantage, you drop the higher one.
Cool. Good to go. 17. You hear this soft female voice in your head that sort of goes, "The door craves for your saddest memory, and poor people, and anyone touching the door needs to share their saddest memory with each other to move along."
Gotcha. Nice. That's sad, but fair. And I relate it to guys. Just like we gotta think
The
sad,
voice,
guys.
as you sort of say, that's sad, but gotcha. The voice replies, "It is sad, and I hope you can put an end to the suffering." And it fades away.
Okay, guys, you gotta dig deep. You gotta think of the saddest thing, and then touch the door.
You know who
I assume for our Drugar friend, it's just not making any money.
I get a feeling that Bernie Sanders would really has quite sad memories.
Yeah.
Too bad he's stuck.
Many.
I've been betrayed 2 minutes ago.
Yeah, mostly. I mean, most of my sad memories involve the Dorga Empire and their horrific slaving activities and everything surrounding that.
We don't use that word. We use mandatory work experience, occasionally interns. Yeah.
But yeah, no, my saddest memories mostly revolve around that and how they are unable to unionize and overthrow their bosses and masters.
Saddest thing is you're not in a place you have to think about this. You have to just wait till they open your door.
So I'll just.
That was my next question. Which cage is Bernie in?
You realize he is not in any room in this.
He's probably on the other side
He's
of the
probably on the other side.
We got yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we all walk forward and start thinking of sad memories.
And we got a shower, is that right?
Charles is like, one time he did like this really awesome parkour trick, but there was no one around to watch. Heartbreaking.
Back when
Go ahead.
Back when I was studying at Strixhaven, and all my classmates used to bully me, and I kind of lashed out at them, but for like a month straight, they kept insulting my hair. And he'll take off his cap and reveal long, luscious L'Oreal locks that he keeps in a hairnet.
Oh wow! Because we're underwater, is that like floating around?
Now it is, yeah.
Okay.
I
Okay.
didn't like it.
Chara reaches out a hand, puts it on his shoulder, is like, your hair is beautiful, friend.
Are these sad thoughts being transmitted to everybody else, or are they private between like the character and the door?
We got to share it, it said.
Got to share it out with everyone.
Daniil will turn to the rest of you and say, "Nobody tell Bernie." And he will put his hand on the door and he will recount the tale of one time when he thought that maybe it might be a good idea if all of the workers got together, created a better life. There was some kind of like social security net for people, and he shared that in confidence with his best friend. And his best friend told on him. And the reason that he has been kicked out of the Underdark is because of those thoughts. And he is now trying his best to win back Leduca's favor by bringing in an enormous amount of very powerful, very capable slaves to re-enter the society that he has been ostracized from. And he does say after sharing that, he'll turn to you and say, "I may be cleric of peace, but I swear to Leduca, you tell Bernie I kill you."
I don't agree with you, but I respect you.
He will say, "I respect you too. You will make a great mandatory work experience intern. I can see it now."
I've already gone through it 3 times, mate. I'm used to it.
I walk up, put my hand on your shoulder, and just go, "Don't worry. I'm sure you'll get your slaves."
Thank you.
I walk up.
And put our hands on the doors? On the buttons?
Yep.
I put my hand on the door, and Johnny starts to recall a time where he didn't have a name, and he was struggling in the whole Kenku tribe of like he didn't know what his name was, and whenever he asked them, they always came back and just repeated random phrases like "I kill you," or "Everybody be happy," or "Everything's fine, everything's fine." But one of them dropped the line "baloney," and for some reason, we don't know why, baloney stuck with him, and he started to name himself Johnny Baloney. And then he walked out into human civilization, thinking that his name would be fine, and that everyone would have random names that they just picked up off the street, and that weren't passed down, but were given to them from asking people, "Well, what should my name be?" And going, "Discus throw a kiss, or something random like that. But instead, they looked down on him. They laughed at him. And some of them pushed him around, simply for having the last name.
No.
Daniel, as you share this, Daniel will turn to Johnny and say, Johnny, you are my favorite. Ever since that time with the crab, when we had that connection, if you would like, I will adopt you. You can leave behind the baloney name. You could become Johnny Vosovich, slave manager.
Oh, what a promotion.
A single tear streaks down his face that is instantly washed away with the ocean. It just goes, thank you, foster father. Thank you.
Bring it in, my son. We'll just give you a hug, and look, I've got another one of these. You can have an emboldening bond. You've got guidance and bless on basically everything you do for the next 10 minutes.
I go to hug, but then realize you're a bit short, so I go, and can't get out.
There's also a super fun ability with this, is that I'm going to give it to myself as well. Any time that you get hit by an attack, we can just teleport places. We get a swap.
Oh, wicked.
Yeah.
Good.
So I can swap to protect you, and you can swap to protect me, and we just teleport and switch places.
Nice.
Okay.
After all that pain and suffering and trauma, does anything happen when we put our hands back on?
You've roll a con save.
Con save.
Including me or nah?
No, not you.
Cool. Oh, we shall feel your trauma another day.
Apparently my trauma was really heartfelt.
Oh, nice.
14.
Oh yeah, might as well roll the D4 as well.
Yeah.
Fun! Balances out.
You
Do we
see.
still have the D4 to our rolls?
No, that only lasts for 10 minutes. We were in a whirlpool for an hour.
Yeah.
It's
Can I
just
use
me
my
and
crit
Johnny.
20 for this?
I feel so special.
I'm saving it for something amazing.
All right. The ones who succeeded, like Johnny and Big Mac, you feel this drain in you, as if like something fed off your sadness, and Dawn and Daniel, you find this draining a bit more taxing. It's as if something prodded into your minds and tried to reach into you. And in a sense, you feel like if you hadn't shared something sad, you would have burnt up. And you see these images of like people burning up in joy and something drawing power from it. But the door does open.
Good work, team.
I look over at Johnny. I
Sam,
feel like we're closer now.
Sam, you sort of suddenly see the door in front of you fling open. You all...
So we can move through this now?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
As you enter, you see this gargantuan body of a dragon, just with the skeletons, nothing remaining.
Oh no.
Lying in the middle, as you see 4 humanoids sort of staying in these obsidian pillars, and there is this giant kraken that stays in the middle. You can hear the priest calling out and saying their enchantments out and loud. You can sort of hear each one says them in different languages. Bernie, you can move out, and you can also see this.
Oh, okay. Oh, great. Here we go. I was going to say, hey guys, just checking in. How we
Really nothing
doing?
happened.
You're all in the opposite sort of. I'm pretty sure you all can see the whole place. You see this kraken that's sort of seems to be in sort of this trance. It looks quite young. It's not really like. It doesn't look like a proper full-blown kraken, but it looks. A kraken is a kraken, regardless. And you see 4 these people who like have tentacles sort of all over them. They seem to be chanting, and this kraken looks a bit weird. You can sort of see this one has like a human sort of body mounted on it. You can't see what body this is, but it's a kraken that seems to be wearing this crown that has like a human body on top of it, and it's sort of in a trance. And yeah.
Oh,
That ain't right.
Does it look
The kraken
immediately
is sort of.
hostile?
They haven't done yet, but they aren't surprised. They seem to know that you're here.
Do they seem immediately hostile towards us, or are they just kind of like chilling out, doing their own thing at the moment?
It's you have a moment to take in what you see, and you sort of see the kraken's eyes open as it sort of looks at the 4 of you by the door and turn, and you can sort of see the human on top of it turn towards Bernie. The human sort of figure on top of it seems to be having sentience. And
Is the human figure bonded as part of this creature, or is it separate to the kraken itself?
it is bonded to the creature.
Oh.
Oh no.
Interesting.
And
Does it look like it's going to fight us?
yes, we will roll initiative.
yes.
Yeah, boy.
Leave, I'm rolling for everyone.
Can I real quick take a swig from a superior healing potion?
Yes, you have a minute. You can sort of guzzle down whatever
Beautiful.
you need to.
When you say we have a minute, do we have exactly 1 minute?
No. You have 6 seconds. You have a turn to do
Okay.
what you want. Not a proper turn. You have like an action. You can do something. You can get yourself ready. Have your weapons drawn out. Ready yourself for battle.
Ready.
And these 4 humans are not flinching from their spot. They are looking towards the center. They're looking at the kraken. The kraken seems to be moving, and it is moving a bit. Wait, 1 second.
Well, hold on to your butts. This is gonna be a bumpy ride.
Gonna get ready for battle. Put my hair in a hairnet.
Start doing tricks with the hand crossbows, like throwing it under your arms and then expecting it to come straight down, but remembering we're still in the ocean. And so just gently waiting for it to fall back in the hand and then before swirling them around again.
And you see the kraken sort of look at you, and you see the human turn back to you and smile. And we have the turn order. Big Mac,
Oh no.
it's your turn first. What do you do?
Shoot, so what are these guys on the left and right of us doing?
They don't seem to be reacting. At least not yet.
I'm gonna do the best thing that barbarians can do and just run as far as I can right now.
Cool.
How do you see how far it is to go?
If
Grab
you
your
go to the
token,
measurement
hold
tool-
down Q, and it will show you how far your token has moved.
It's also a ruler. It's the 4th thing down. If you click on where you are and then drag it, it can show you.
Oh, I can't see it, but can somebody tell me where 40 feet away from where I am would be in this direction?
You can get.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll just go there and go into my rage.
Uh,
That's me.
That's max you can go there. But
Oh wait, and as my rage, I can roll a d8 and go do some wild magic again. Oh, so 1 again. That means I can. Each creature of my choice I can see within 30 feet must succeed on a con saving throw or take a 1d12 necrotic damage. Is anybody in 30 feet?
No, 35.
No.
nope.
Sweet. Never mind then. We're good.
At least
These
you don't
the 4 creatures on the obsidian pillars, they don't seem to be doing much. They are just chanting in different
That's-
languages.
That's
2 of
fine.
them
They
you
can
can
do what
pick
they do.
into account.
I think I'll just keep heading towards that big one in the middle. And we're sweet for now.
at least meet up with Bernie's before we do anything.
How do I do next turn?
Done
Where is that?
on the combat tracker to the right.
I cannot see it done.
Where it says Big's turn, there's a done button.
I cannot see a button there.
I can click done.
Strange.
Somebody click done.
It's not doing it when I push it.
Oh,
Strange.
there we go.
Here we go.
Okay, I am
Ooh.
going to
Oh,
summon
before
one of-
you go,
Uh-oh.
before you go, you see currents sort of. You see the water around you. It is starting to feel electric. More specifically, you see the water around the Kraken is getting a bit shimmery,
No.
and you see. So sorry, trying to measure. All of you, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, that was not good.
I was worse. Oh no, I was the same.
Cool. Everyone fails.
What?
So DC 23. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
You all feel this current, sort of electricity that passes through the water and sort of comes at you. And you all take 10 points of lightning damage.
Oh man. Was that just 10 points, did you say?
Yes.
Big off.
Big off.
going to use my reaction to take half damage with Uncanny Dodge.
Nice.
Yeah, and
it's
it's
my
your
turn?
turn. Yes.
Cool. I'm going to summon one of my blades and I'm going to throw it at the ground about 50 feet away and then teleport to there. So that takes me to about here. And then how far away is it? A bit further forward. So
Remember, guys, you both do have natural needs that you can use.
yeah, I'm going to save it for when I have sneak attack as well. So for now, I'm just
Right.
going to summon one of my other blades and throw it at him this time to attack. So it is a 16 to hit.
16 to hit. 16. Is it a thrown attack?
Yes.
That has disadvantage. Do you roll it?
Does it? Oh, just
It's underwater.
16 was my lowest, so I rolled. It does rolls both anyway, so it's still 16.
Right, cool. We'll take 16 then. 16 would hit. Well hit, but hits. Yeah, what is the damage?
7 psychic damage.
7 psychic damage. Sorry guys, I'm a bit old school with pen and paper. Apologies. Yes, 7 psychic damage. It sort of, as you sort of hit it with the stab, it sort of turns to you for a moment and chuckles. And
Ooh.
nothing happens. It does seem to be affected by it, but it's not too much worried about it.
Very small damage.
Ah, bro.
And I should click.
Bernie.
Alrighty. I guess standing from my opposite end of the room, I'm quite surprised at everything that is going on. I'm a bit annoyed that I've been hit by electricity. So I'm like getting up some static electricity in the water with my hands. I'm going to shoot chain lightning at the closest guy next to me, which by my calculations just mean the 2 guys and the Kraken are all hit. Hopefully.
They both need to roll, what is it? Dex?
Yep. Yeah, all 3 of them need to roll dex saves.
Cool. It does nothing. Sorry, I'll roll it and let you know. What does it say?
18.
Ooh. He makes it. He rolled an 18. You see this as you sort of strike out this lightning line towards the Kraken. It does seem to affect the priest. Do you have half damage? Is it half damage? Or
It is half damage on a success here.
Yes.
So I'll roll.
How much damage?
That's a good question. 50.
50? Wait, 50.
Yeah. So 25 for half.
You sort of you wipe him out.
Yeah!
Nice.
Barney is happy with that.
You see the lightning that sort of goes through to him, and he takes the hit and he sort of pops out of his whatever trance he seems to be in. And you realize he was quite weak before your attack, and your attack pushed him over the edge, and he's now done.
Does that happen with is that the priest closest to me or the priest further away from me?
I don't think you would be able to reach the one further to you. You would be.
Would it not? If you take in consideration the full size of the Kraken, it would reach.
Oh.
Because it's bouncing from the first guy, and then it has to be from 30 feet for every other guy. So
it won't. I'll explain what happens.
Okay.
So it'll hit the priest. It won't hit anyone. It'll hit the Kraken. It won't hit anyone else.
Okay. Yep.
You see this. The priest sort of falls down on his sort of has this smirk in his face as he falls down, and you see the rest of the priest look towards his direction. Their eyes closed, but they still continue. The Kraken sees your lightning coming towards it, and opens its mouth and eats it.
Oh.
The Kraken is immune to lightning.
Okay. Well, it's good to know.
As Bernie just wipes this dude out with a single chain lightning, on the other end of the chamber, Daniil goes a little bit paler, and the water around him gets suspiciously warm.
Daniil.
The only person who's closest to you right now is me. Is your foster son.
That's what love feels like.
I can feel your warm embrace, Dad.
Yes, son. That is what it is.
That loving warmth.
Yeah.
Nice. And that's me.
That is you. Yeah.
Okie dokie. So I am going to get up to here. Scratch that one back. So I am just in range of this guy.
Yeah.
And with both hand crossbows in hand, I am going to unload. Going full-blown Western style, just bang, bang, bang. Like the Assassin's Creed 4 trailer. If people remember that trailer from way back in the day.
I understood that reference.
Number 1. That is a 20 to hit.
Yeah. Hits.
Doing 10.
That knocks him out. You see the second priest as he sort of comes out of the form and sort of wakes himself up from what seems to be a trance, and he looks at you, the one who's shot, and he has like this grin in his face as he falls to the seabed.
I don't think that's good.
I'm just looking at my hand crossbow going, well, that happened a lot faster than I thought. You are precious. And I move on to the next one. I've got 15 feet of movement left, so 5, 10, 15. This is just outside the normal range, so the shots that I have now will be at disadvantage. But let's see how well this goes. Shot number 2. That's a crit fail. Oh, and a crit! I'm crying.
You hate to see it.
Yep. Shot number 3. 15 to hit.
Don't forget, you're still feeling emboldened, so you get 1d4 to all of your... Oh, one of your attacks per turn.
Oh, okay. I mean...
15 would normally hit if you want to try.
Yeah.
Actually, is it 11?
The first one was... The first shot that I did on him was 11, which was a natural 1.
All right. Did you use your sharpshooter or not?
No, I didn't.
All right. Both hits.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the first damage on that is 11. But if that kills him, I would have stopped at the first one.
Yeah, 11 kills him. Same deal. He looks at you, smirks, falls to the ground. They don't seem to be reacting badly to people dying.
Okay. These guys are starting to give me the creeps in terms of taking him out.
I feel like we may be making the Kraken stronger.
Or they're completely pacifist, and we've approached this entirely the wrong way. But don't worry, I've got a plan on my turn.
Calm emotions on the Kraken.
Won't work.
Calm emotions on the guy riding the Kraken.
So for my final shot with my action, I'm going to use my other arcane shot to do Seeking Arrow. I choose one creature I've seen within the past minute. I mean, I can see the Kraken right now. And I can fire a shot towards the creature that moves around corners and ignores 3/4 cover and half cover. If the creature isn't... if the creature must make a dexterity saving throw, or take damage from the arrow plus a d6 force damage. And then I learn the creature's location, but I kind of already know where it is. And on a fail, it doesn't take d6, but it still takes the arrow damage.
Cool. Yeah, so I need to roll a dex save.
Yep. I can almost guarantee you're going to pass.
What am I rolling the dex save for? Is it for the Kraken or is it for the...
That's for the Kraken.
All right, cool.
Because apparently, way back here, I'm still in range.
Cool. Dex. No, it fails.
What did it roll?
It rolled a 9. It fails.
Holy wow, that is weird. Okay.
Good job, son! Father is proud of you!
What? Okay, so Kraken takes 9 damage plus a d6, so it takes
Nice.
15 damage in total. 6 of that being force.
15 damage. Cool. Yeah, is it your turn?
Yes. Uh-oh.
Cool. All right. You see this single priest that is left. He looks at the group of you. He opens his eyes and he smiles. And he sort of beams out his voice in a way you all can hear it. He sort of goes, "It is time to rid this world, rid the waters of the impurities." And he picks up a dagger and he tosses it. As he tosses the dagger comes down, touches him, and his whole body goes up in flames. And you see the Kraken in front of you vanish into the water as it disappears.
Oh,
And you all feel this weird current that seems to be taking over you. You see like weird visuals. You see like as if the skeleton below you was like trying to get up and trying to take form and become alive. And then you see the skeleton sort of crumbling and it is sort of going into this water where the Kraken was. And you see the water around you is pulling you towards it, and you sort of have this white flashes. And yeah, I think that it's time for your group. It's for the next set of plays.
oh no.
Oh, boy.
What a cliffhanger!
I apologize in advance for the next group.
Hi, everybody.
Yo.
Hey, Group 4, you guys did a really good job. A lot of people are talking about they love the found family story. There's like a whole Raiders in Star Wars vibe happening. I'm pretty sure I used the wrong word. Rebels in Star Wars vibe happening. You guys did a really good job. Wanted to just give everyone shout outs. Akash, people are loving your game so far. There's a lot of intrigue. Yeah. There's a lot of mystery. We're really loving it. There's also, I don't know if you've seen it, but there is a wish waiting for you in the donation rewards. So we can come to that.
I would like to apologize for the person who donated. Abhi, thank you so much for the donation.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the skeleton was part of the play, so I can't use it, but I've referenced you in a bit. The skeleton did try to become the ultimate Kevin, but it didn't.
That's totally fine. As we've said, the wishes are all up to the DMs to implement, and if Kash has a plan that revolves around the skeleton not becoming Nevik, the ultimate Kevin, unfortunately that's just going to be the way that it is. Group 4, you guys are done. Thank you very much for your time. You guys rocked it. And same as usual, I'm going to give everyone a moment to plug themselves, plug their podcast, plug their business, talk about themselves on social media, whatever they want to do. Tom, you have already been in, so why don't you just give us one more round on yourself again, and then you can log out. And make sure on your way out that you log out of Roll20 as well, please.
Yes, absolutely. I'd like to go have dinner. As I was called up as soon as it was placed in front of me, so that was good. But no, normally I'm I do something extremely serious, or not extremely serious, but rather more serious than this, which is the History of Aotearoa New Zealand podcast, which is a podcast all about the history of Aotearoa New Zealand, which is a chronological podcast all about our history. So if you do want to follow something like that or listen to something like that, I'm at History Aotearoa on Twitter, and History of Aotearoa New Zealand podcast on Facebook, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that sort of stuff. So that is me.
Thank you so much, Thomas. And thanks for filling in as a backup on the second one instead of having dinner as well. You're a good dude.
Not a problem. I'm also a backup DM on this one, so hopefully you don't see me again.
Just straight awesome. 6 hours of filling in for backup. I think Akash is going to be fine.
He'll be right, I'm sure. But thank you very much.
Another wish, though.
Oh God, please no. Awesome. Thank you very much.
Cheers, Thomas.
Mykah, you want to go next?
Yeah, so, shoot. On most social medias, you can find me at that Mykah guy, Mykah. Currently, me and my brother, who you will see in 3 hours as a human fighter, are doing a podcast called Podzilla, where we go through all the Godzilla movies, and there's like 60 plus of them. It's very fun. Other than that, I do stream on Twitch as well. Play a lot of games. It's very, very fun. Yeah, I'll be in chat, so if you want to see that, search up my name or just click on my name in the chat and you should be able to get there fine.
What games are you playing on Twitch at the moment?
Oh gosh, Dark Souls for one, Hollow Knight, bunch of random horror ones I've been finding.
That sounds really fun.
Everything really.
That sounds really cool, Mykah. Anyone wants to go check that out? Actually, I've had Podzilla on my queue for a while now, and I'm definitely going to check it out shortly. So, thank you very much for being here. We'll see you in the chat. We'll see you at the after party. Have yourself a great night, and I hope you end up watching the rest of the game.
As Big Mac leaves, he'll say, "I'm moving on to bigger and bigger things."
Were you holding on to that for 3 hours?
I was. Good night, everybody.
Nice.
Flame Cerebus, you want to go next?
I can do. I don't have a lot to promote, but I do have a TikTok channel which is struggling because of the whole TikTok purge that they're doing. Look, not mainstream.
Can you speak a little louder? Just maybe go closer to your mic. We're having a little bit of trouble hearing you.
All good?
Yeah, that's better.
Cool. I have got a TikTok under the same name, Flame Cerberus, where I post D&D vids, fire spinning videos, and a whole bunch of other just wacky vids that come to mind whenever I find audios and all that. I do also do fire spinning, not currently because reasons, but once lockdown is over, I will definitely be going into that as well.
Awesome.
So, yeah. And I'm also up and down the Wellington region doing a bunch of theatre plays. So keep an eye out for that.
Thank you very much. If you let the mods know your TikTok channel, we will put it up on the show's Instagram, and you can have that shouted out on the Instagram.
Wicked.
Cool.
Thanks so
Thank you very much. Thanks for being here.
And thank you, Foster Dad.
You have done good, son. You make family proud.
Yeah.
All good. Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah.
Dawn, you want to go next?
Yeah. Thanks for having me, guys. I don't have really much to plug. My partner did my drawing for my character, so if you wanted to check his art out, you can go have a look at it at Tom Hunt Art on Facebook. Not Facebook, on Instagram.
Cool.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here. You did a great job. I love the himbo. I always love himbo energy.
Thanks. It's great. Bye.
And lucky last, Mark, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, I run a YouTube series where I do a D&D campaign where my characters have to fight their way through all 9 circles of hell. It's basically this level of wacky. It's called 9 Hell Heist. You can just go, it's the first result on YouTube when you Google that. And I'm also a professional DM. If you want to book me for a D&D session, hop onto Questbook and my face will be there and you can click on it and have me for a night.
Is that online or on purpose? Sorry, online or in person on purpose?
It is currently online because lockdown level 4, but I am a Roll20 expert. I can run games online. I do all of the time, and I'm also a lot of fun in person.
Cool. I'd love to play with you sometime. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right. We will just jump really, really quickly into our donations. There aren't too many this time, which is to be expected because it's the middle of the night, and that's okay if people don't want to spend money in the middle of the night. That's right.
That's financially responsible.
Yeah.
If you do not spend money in the midnight.
Yeah, I mean, most people don't spend money in the middle of the night. That's totally fine. We are halfway through the game, and we are over halfway through our donations, so that's pretty awesome. So we've got Cuppa, who who donated $20. He was playing earlier in the game. He put a nat 20 attack roll for Shah, Rogue Love. And we had Abby, who donated $50, who wished for the giant skelly to be raised as Nevik, the ultimate Kevin, to unionize all Kevins. And unfortunately, that wish won't be happening, but we still love the spirit of it. That's just the dice roll that we do with having a wish in the game. It's not Akash's fault. It's just the way that the game runs sometimes. So, by the way, the players, if you guys are in the chat, you can go ahead and turn your cameras and mics on. And while you do that, I'll just quickly run through the rewards again.